Have you ever met someone who always wanted to party? Someone who never lets a weekend go by without hitting the town? That, my friends, was Sun Quan, the ruler of Eastern Wu, 1/3 of China during the Three Kingdoms era, and possibly history's most dangerous party animal. Part 1. The Party Emperor. Not enjoyed the occasional royal dinner, loved. We're talking daily drinking festival loved. In fact, his minister Zhang Zhao got so tired that he started calling in sick just to avoid the invites. But not everyone could get away with that. One unlucky guy named Yu Fan tried to fake being drunk so he wouldn't have to keep drinking. Bad move. Sun Quan, already drunk himself, pulled out a sword and nearly chopped him down on the spot. Another minister had to jump in and beg, "Your Majesty, maybe let him sober up before you execute him?" At that, Sun Quan grumbled, "Cao Cao put Confucian scholars to the sword. Why can't I even put down my own minister?" Yeah, Sun Quan, you're the real victim. In the end, Yu Fang just got exiled to the far south, which back then was basically being sent to the jungle with mosquitoes the size of pigeons. All for not wanting another drink. Part 2. When the party never ends for anyone. And that was pretty much the beginning of the end, because if a ruler starts swinging swords at his own dinner guests, you can imagine how his loyal ministers felt. Old heroes who once helped Sun Quan build Eastern Wu began to drop like flies. Even Zhang Zhao, that long-suffering employee of the month, got yelled at so hard the emperor set fire to his gate. And that's not a metaphor. Sun Quan literally burnt his front door down. By this point, serving the emperor of Wu was like working at a company where the boss throws parties instead of paying salaries, and fires people based on how drunk they get. Part 3. The battle that broke him. Then came the big turning point, the Battle of Hefei, 234 CE. Sun Quan personally led 100,000 men to fight the Wei Empire. While Zhuge Liang and Sima Yi were busy having their own genius versus genius chess match in the West, it could have been an epic, world-changing showdown. But Sun Quan took one look at the enemy walls and said, "Yeah, no." He packed up the whole army and went home. After that, Eastern Wu never really tried anything ambitious again. The empire basically turned in on itself. Fewer wars, more palace drama. Part 4. The angry DNA of the Sun family. Now, you might think, why was Sun Quan like this? Well, it seems that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. His father Sun Jian and brother Sun Ce were legendary fighters, and both had violent ends. The Suns built their empire with pure brute force, not fancy family connections. In a world ruled by noble clans, they were seen as these rough guys from the countryside who suddenly made it big. Basically, the Suns were new money that didn't know how to act, so the local aristocrats hated them. And the Suns hated the aristocrats right back. That hate turned into a cycle of continuous revenge and paranoia. Part 5. From startup to civil war. By the end of his life, Sun Quan had become so paranoid about powerful noble families that he started purging them preemptively, like deleting half your contacts just in case one unfollows you. This triggered the infamous Two Palace conflict, a massive power struggle between his two sons' factions. Ministers died, families collapsed, and half of Eastern Wu's political elite vanished overnight. It was a dynasty-wide group chat meltdown. Part 6. The legacy of the Wu Party King. So, if you ever wonder why Eastern Wu, the kingdom that once rivaled Wei and Shu, ended up fading quietly into history, just remember, too many banquets, too many grudges, and one emperor who never learned when to stop pouring. Sun Quan didn't just lose his temper, he threw his whole empire away for a farewell party.